Hiya, this video is all about how to escape domestic abuse. If you don't already know, I'm a survivor of domestic abuse and I was in a relationship for 4 years. So I do have a lot of experience from being within that relationship and suffering. So I'm just going to give you some of my advice on how to escape domestic abuse and how you can implement this into your life. I've wrote some notes, so yeah, let's get started in this video. So number one, get a support system, whether this be your friends, family, or a support network such as Women's Aid or whatever kind of support network is within your local community. This is very important. Now, you might have a support system around you already, but you are distant from them, you're kept from them because obviously whilst you're in this abusive relationship you probably don't maintain contact with these people, but they are there in the background. Make sure you maintain these links even if you are not in regular contact with this support system. Make sure those links are there for your future self in case you ever need to reach out to them in the future. Do not try to cut off things 100% completely because you need these people there. If you haven't got anyone in your life, I do recommend reaching out to a support system like Women's Aid or some kind of local charity which deals with domestic abuse, domestic violence, and reach out to them and gain support from them. And yeah, this is highly essential for you in overcoming your domestic abuse and escaping. So I believe in having a faith in a higher belief system, whether you choose to believe in God, the universe, or angels. Having some kind of belief system is essential for you to have the strength and the confidence to continue to see each day as it comes. Take each day as it comes. Let me just take a sip. Wait there. Yeah, so having a strong belief system will give you that faith, that strength that you so need when you're going through a domestically abusive relationship, because you find each day your strength and your confidence is getting less and less. It's lowering because the abuser is taking all your self-esteem away from you. So having something to believe in will give you some strength, and you'll find your voice, you'll find some strength from within to take each day as it comes, to really get through each day. If you're able to also listen to some kind of positive, uplifting music, nothing negative, if you are allowed to, if the abuser doesn't stop you from listening to music, I would listen to uplifting, powerful music, and this will have an effect on you, on your confidence and your self-esteem in a positive way. Okay, so another thing which I think is really important, which no one thinks about, no one talks about, and which I didn't realise was important until I escaped, and I thought that this would have really gone in my favour, but at the time, but it's to press charges whenever they do anything which is physically abusive, emotionally abusive, anything which can get them to be taken in by the police or get a report written against them, so you're filing evidence against them. So basically, by doing this, you might think it's a minor thing, but don't do what I did and go and drop the charges because you feel sorry for them. Keep everything on record, press charges, so there's a file against him. So if in the future you do manage to leave this relationship, if he gets with someone else, there'll be all this written evidence against him, and hopefully this will stop him from being abusive to someone else again in the future. So it's going to not only help you, but it's going to help someone else in the future as well. Okay. Don't feel sorry for the abuser, no matter what he tells you about his childhood, no matter what he's been through, no matter, if he cries to you, if he says he's sorry, if he says he'll never do it again. Don't fall for it. Don't play victim. Don't fall for him, even if he is telling the truth. You are not there to be his mum. You are not there to pick up the pieces. You are not there to be someone to save him. He is big enough to look after himself, no matter what he tells you, no matter what you think, no matter how you think you need to be there to support him, to protect him. You do not need to be there for him. He is capable of looking after himself. If he's capable of being mean to you, of laying his fingers on you, laying his hands on you, if he's capable of saying hurtful things, he's more than capable of looking after himself. You do not need to feel sorry for him. He is his own worst enemy. He can take care of himself. Also, what I recommend is, if you are partaking in any negative activities with him, such as smoking, drinking alcohol, taking drugs, I would try to get off these, get help to get off all these kind of things as quickly as you can, because the longer you stay doing these things, these toxic behaviours with him, the longer your toxic relationship will continue, because you'll be you'll be addicted, you'll be trapped in this cycle, and the abuse will continue, the negativity will continue, you'll continue to attract negative vibes into your life, and you will not be in your right frame of mind, so you will not be able to think and function like a positive, normal, human being, a positive woman with her own mind. Your mind will be controlled by these other influences, these substances. You will not be in control of your mind. Therefore, the abuser will still be in control of you, because you're giving away your power to these substances, negative substances, and your abuser, and they are still controlling you. So you need to get steps to get rid of all this negativity, and I really recommend doing that, which no one really talks about, but it is essential. Okay, you need to also make a plan to leave. So, by making a plan to leave, you need to if you can get contact with your family, with your friends, or with an organisation to do things in a safe way. Make plans to leave. It doesn't matter about all your stuff. I always used to worry when I used to wear a lot of makeup in the past. I always used to leave my makeup bag at his house sometimes, and he'd say he wouldn't give it me back, and I'd always go back for it. How, in hindsight, I'm thinking to myself, how stupid was that? He was controlling me over my makeup bag. So if it's something as stupid as that, if you're thinking, he's got my makeup bag, he's got something which, you can replace, like something, that can be replaced. If it's something like that, do not go back. Do not let him manipulate you over stupid little things like that. Obviously, you need to get out with you and your kids. If you've got kids, you need to make a plan to get out, because that's the most important thing. You and your kids, get out, get into safety, the safety of your family, friends, or support systems such as Women's Aid. And then once you've done that, the last thing you need to do is cut off all ties with your abusive partner, any friendships that you've made through your abusive partner. So these are friends who are in relation to him, which are going to be negative. You don't want to keep hold of any friends, any of his family, anyone in relation to him. So all his friends, any friends that you made through him, you don't need them. Cut them all off. They are not your true friends. They are not your true family. His family are not your family. His friends are not your friends. So if that means changing your number, changing your address, changing anything you had to do with him, cut him off, because he will keep trying to contact you again and again. So, if you cut off all ties and you follow all the steps I've told you about, which I know from my experience has worked for me. I know every situation is different. Some situations are worse than others. But if you follow these steps, have faith in yourself, have faith in God, have a higher faith, higher than yourself. Know that you are not alone on your journey. There are other women out there like you who you maybe can gain support from. If you want to reach out to me and follow me on all my socials, feel free to. I'll leave a link in the description, and you can see everything I do, all the music I make, and follow me on there and on all my socials. And I wish you all the best, And until the next time, bye.